Welcome everyone to the 21st and probably the last video of this Let's Play. I believe I'm going to be able to achieve a diplomatic victory in 3 turns time if all things go correctly. I'm currently allied to the Kryn and I should be able to ally to the Terrans as well. In 3 turns time, that's when I can next talk to them. I'm not currently able to. And I also have to destroy the Yor entirely as well. The Yor now they only have 1 planet left, and I've got a troop transport right on their doorstep with 6 billion people ready to invade. So that's going to fall very easily. I'm probably not going to take it until I've got that alliance with the Terrans though, just in case it somehow lowers our relations. You can see there on the modifiers we actually get a few bonuses due to the fact that we're at war with the Yor. It's still saying that we have the same ideology as them, even though I just got an malevolent pick this turn in the last video, so I'm not sure if that's going to change as well at some point. I recently built an updated embassy building. It's now a diplomatic district on my capital. I'll take you through my world as well. In between videos I went through them all, updating everything. Most of my early worlds are finished, or waiting for extra terraforming text before I decide what to do with the final tiles, like that one for example. That's now changing over to wealth. It's no longer, well, it used to have the Hyperion Shrinker there, now it doesn't. That's gonna focus on wealth eventually. Most of them are research, the early ones. That's actually making ships these days and still upgrading its things there. This is basically completed, so pumping out quite a lot of research. That's where my Hyperion Shrinker is these days. That wealth world is basically finished, so we're now actually generating some wealth. Geno's making ships, that's getting research up. Got a bit saved over there. That's not going to be too well. That's actually making research now. It's got a bit left in the tank there to make that improvement. That's going to be manufacturing. That's getting up wealth and whatnot. That's going to be manufacturing. That's a wealth world. Something I noticed about this world, which I didn't realize until in between this video and the last. There's a massive amount of accrued manufacturing points down there. So God knows what the hell the AI have been doing on here. I might have invested some myself as well, not realizing that it had so much. But I've no idea why the AI has been wasting so much manufacturing there basically. So this is being switched over to wealth now. That's getting up hospital, that's getting up hospital, and that's it for the colonies. So I've got the movement to do for this turn. I've just allied with the Kryn, so arguably I don't need to bring this fleet over here anymore, but I think I'll bring it down here towards my territory. Hopefully that doesn't upset them. One thing I am a bit concerned about with my alliance with the Kryn is it can be broken, and I actually traded for a trade good, so that gives them reason to break it as well possibly. So hopefully that lasts at least a few turns though. I've got a couple of ships coming down here. Okay. Left. That's a complete fleet. I'll probably bring that near to the Terrans. That transport. Let's put you there. Not going to use it as I mentioned this turn. Right, carriers have been made over here. That's one more HQ ship there. Okay. I've just got left tons. This one probably hasn't got much one more carrier I can probably get out there. Let's put that on pause. Looks like I've brought a constructor up here. Let's grab that. Looks like there's quite a few spare ones here as well. Good. Let's come up there. Right, so I put a constructor up here. I'm going to get both those Durantium. I'm going to destroy that eventually. Okay. I'm probably going to reposition that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep it away from the worlds. This is all a bit overkill at the moment, probably, since I'm going to be winning in a few turns. Let's destroy this. Wow, it's actually quite a bit there. Let's see that. Let's see a battle. Oops. Okay. I think I took everything out there. Yeah, it's dead. So they actually took down, I think that's the first time I've lost a fighter, but we won that comfortably still. Should probably start to move these towards the Terran worlds now. Okay. Just in case. Ooh. Okay. That is not going to be able to destroy that actually on its own. So should probably bring it down here and fleet up with that. What's left? Sensor, Morna ship, that combat ship can stay there. Let's destroy that. Battle. I've almost finished for the turn. I actually switched my tech back as well to habitat improvement. I forgot to mention that. So let's bring this down here, destroy more star bases. Yep, so quick battle that. Wow. Pretty impressive now. Okay, what's left? That can upgrade to... Where the hell's the right one here? Ah, here we go. Right, I couldn't find that for some reason, so let's upgrade that. What's left? That Morna ship can come in here. These star bases seem to have... Well, some of them seem to be really upgraded. I'm not going to be able to destroy that with one Morna ship. So there's one over here as well. Let's go over there. See if I can destroy that. So almost capped there now. Right, so that's the movement done for that turn. Let's finally end the turn. Are you all going to surrender? They probably should do. Which could cause complications. I'm going to get another ideology, not too distant future, another pragmatic one. Actually, I haven't said that. Probably about... It's probably increased by 5 points. It's probably about... Well, 5 to 10 turns away, maybe. Okay, almost got another complete fleet there. Actually making some money these days. Haven't shown the govern screen for ages, have I? So that's the current state of my economy. Pretty good. Oh, right, so turn finally ended, good. So we have cap there, so I'm going to have to sort that out in a minute. We are now 2 turns away, I believe, from doing a deal here. Okay, yeah. Right, let's do the combat movement then. Go up there. Destroy that. I'm not going to do a view battle there. I'm not going to lose anything, I'm pretty sure of it. Okay, so that's destroyed. I think I'll bring this fleet up towards that then. I can come towards it. That can come down here and probably join up with that. Okay, how much movement have you got? 2. So probably get that down there. That looks like it completed the first carrier. That's completed the first carrier, so I'm not sure where. Well, I might move them up here to group up with that fleet. There's a combat fleet up here. Let's destroy the starbase. Okay, that one hasn't been upgraded at all. So I'll head up over there next. So that should grab that now. Okay, I think that's all of the combat movement. There's nothing of interest there, so I'm gonna... Okay, I've finished doing all of my colonies for the turn. I've just got the movement left. I just checked the diplomacy screen, and what I didn't want to happen has actually happened. My relations with the Terrans have started to sour because we are now different ideologies. So we're actually now only friendly with each other instead of being close. So I'm not actually sure if I can get an alliance treaty with them in a couple of turns time. So my change in ideologies has really screwed me over a bit here. It's really bad timing. I guess I could have scrapped all of my malevolent ideology buildings. That was one way I could have prevented the ideology switch, but those are really responsible for my approval on most of my worlds. If I didn't have those, then my worlds would have been unhappy. So it's a real pain, that is. I've got a bit of movement to do before I end the turn, so let's get this done then. So that mourner ship can grab this graveyard. There's maybe a few things I could do, like maybe trade with the Terrans a bit more. That might get another point with them. So I should probably stick a hauler in the list perhaps, but it's kind of too late in 2 turns time. If I can't get the treaty, then I might as well just declare war on them arguably. So this mourner ship can go back on survey. That colony ship, figure out in a bit. Right, they've rebuilt a shipyard there. Let's destroy that. What about there? This can head towards that Terran world. I've actually done that for this turn, have I? That constructor can upgrade there. Okay. There's one left as well. Probably bring that up there in a minute. Let's scrap you. Make you there. Okay. What's left? Since that Iridium fleet, let's bring you down there. I took out some ships out here, so all of these have 4 movement points, and all of these has 7. So I should probably create 2 fleets out of them. Don't really need this over by the Kryn, do I? So I should probably bring this back towards the Terrans. Looks like it's actually the AI's actually made a freighter. Good for them. Could bring that down there. Probably lose some ships if I attack that though. That can come down here. And well, I don't know if I should bring it too close to the border, to be honest. It might affect the diplomatic stand-in. Right, I'm going to finish up with this movement and then end turn. Okay, nearly finished. So I've actually grouped my fleet up here. I need one more carrier. There's actually a pirate ship I've noticed, so I need to go and kill that. I think I've just at a movement there. Yeah, so kill that next turn. I've got a couple of troop transports down here that we're going to gather population. I think I'm going to keep them next to these planets. I'm still hoping not to have to go to war against the Terrans, but it's looking like I might have to. But that's all the movement then. I added that death furnaces onto the homeworld. There was a solar plant there, so that's going to get done soon. I'm really tempted to actually make a ton of these diplomatic buildings across all of my planets, just in the hope of getting a more favourable bonus with the Terrans. I'm not sure I could get more. You can see that it says your skill and diplomacy 3 points already. So in theory that's the maximum. So I haven't done that. I have stuck a couple of hull ships here, which I just made a temporary one. So that I just filled them full of iron drives, so 206 cost. So I might trade with the Terrans shortly in an attempt to increase our relations. Let's end the turn now. It's possible you could get an alliance if you're friendly, but I'd be surprised if you can. Probably have to be close. So the Terrans have how many worlds left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right? So I would need 6 transports to take them down. I've probably got about 3 or 4. What's this? Right, Sigaram I just had make a shipyard, so that's done. Looks like a bit of transport. That's a freighter. Place that. It looks like I had a transport there already, huh? Let's have that from Twilo. Get that out there. Raphael's probably at his pop cap, or hasn't actually. So I'll grab some population up there in a bit. That Mourner ship is not going to be able to take that out, so that can go back on survey. Don't have anything capable of taking out those shipyards. Really surprised that the eye hasn't surrendered. What's diplomacy looking like? Friendly still and still going down. Okay, sense. Right, is there anything I can destroy this turn of the eyes? So let's group up with that. Okay, colonies are done and movement is almost finished. Next turn I'm going to be able to see whether or not I can get that alliance treaty. I've moved some transports around this turn. I had a couple built here, so one's gone up there to grab population, one is going around the planets here to grab population just in case I need to declare war on the Terrans. I've got combat fleet coming down there, combat fleet coming down there just in case they stick any ships on those worlds, so I wouldn't be able to take them. I've got a couple of ships coming there. That troop transport's ready to take that planet still. What else did I do this turn? I've got this hauler ship to move now, and what else? I've got that fleet to move as well, so let's move that to there, take that out, and bring this. How much movement has that got? Let's bring that to there, is it? And that's got 6 logistics, so I'll group that there. Okay, that can go there. This whole ship is probably going to be too late to trade this turn, but let's bring it towards that Terran planet. Yeah, sadly, that's a real shame actually. Okay, that's all of the movement done, nothing interesting there. Let's end the turn. So I'm expecting not to be able to ally to the Terrans this turn, sadly, because we're no longer close. how many turns away from that? We're 4 turns away from getting that, so that might actually change my ideology back to being pragmatic, which would improve my relations, and maybe we would be close then, which would mean I could get the alliance. But there's no real guarantees and all of that. It might be just, I might just have to declare war instead. So that's weird. Did they surrender? Yeah, they did. It just hasn't shown up. Okay, so the Terrans now own that world. Alliance. Ah, so you will actually accept it, which is a surprise to me. The yours supposedly surrendered, as I mentioned, which hasn't shown up. So I think, let's check this out. Diplomatic victory. That still says 2 more races I must ally. So this is a bit buggy actually. So let's do this treaty with the Terrans then. With the Kryn I can actually break the treaty, can I? The alliance one. So I'd be able to break that if I don't achieve a victory basically. I'm not gonna do a tech trade here, I think, although maybe I should. It takes too long and I'd rather just win the game if I'm able to now. So yeah, that'll do me fine. Should win the game by ending a turn now in theory. So the only way to find out is actually by doing that. So let's end the turn. Could be the turn after this potentially, because there could be some issues to do with the yaw surrendering. Right, it's got a free ship there by the looks of it. Now the whole world's allied, the whole galaxy is allied I should say. So pretty sure that should that's the victory conditions. Your singularity has been destroyed. Right, do I have to... No, that's victory. Okay, excellent. To be honest, I feel pretty hard done by that score. 39 seems a really small amount. I'm not sure what the maximum is, but I imagine it's a lot more than that. I've no idea how the game calculates score, but that does seem really small. A win on huge sized galaxy on godlike difficulty in 107 turns seems pretty good to me. But, well, that score doesn't seem to agree with that, does it? So maybe there's an issue with that. It probably is. Let's take a look through the summary and ranking stats then. So relations, most powerful opponent was the yaw singularity, most powerful ally was the Kryn, most profitable trade partner was the yaw supposedly, which is really weird because I did most of my trading with the Kryn, so I think that is definitely incorrect. Most powerful planet was the capital, most influential planet was Thaler. Most powerful ship was our recent corporate HQ ships I've been making. No idea which starbase that is. Favorite ship, I imagine that is the ship that you've made the most of. It seems to be one of the possibility engines, not the most up-to-date one. Favorite ship role is support. I imagine that's almost always the case because you mainly make constructors and colony ships in the game rather than other types, arguably. And I do make... well, that ship for example is a support ship as well. Favorite weapon type, kinetic. Favorite starbase type, mining, no surprises there. Favorite resource, Durantium, no surprises there either. Dominant ideology, malevolent, that was only just the case, it was just ahead of ideology picks. And most expensive ideology trait was implacable. I think that might be the one I just got, not 100% sure on that. Most expensive tech, habitat improvement, I just got that. Baron World Mastery is the most valuable tech sold. I traded for that and sold it with someone else. Can't remember if it was the yaw or the Terrans. Most valuable tech bought was Graviton Fleur. I got that off a miner. That was a kinetic weapon bonus. type thingy-majigamy. So all of the other races, no doubt, pretty crap for all of them. The AI definitely needs an improvement, big improvement. Ranking. So how are we looking here? Not top in everything. Most population, nearly 240 billion. Colonized 14 planets, conquered 11. I've no idea what planets annexed means. Battles 1, 150, battles lost 4. So I probably lost some ships to the pirates. It says we lost 7 ships there. So it's probably a construct there. I'm not sure if it includes like lost fighters from carriers or not, because I did lose a couple. Starbase is built, 46. Starbase lost 0. Resources mines, 127. Ascension points. To win an Ascension victory, you really have to focus on it, and I didn't, so that's hardly any. Good approval rating. We were never the UP leader. Have a look through these. Don't think any of those are particularly interesting. So that just about concludes this Let's Play. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. The next patch for Galactic Civilizations 3 is due out in early July, I believe. July 2015. That's going to be patch 1.1. So hopefully that will make some significant improvements to the game. There's certainly some areas where the game really needs a lot of work, to be honest. The AI is dodgy as hell, the user interface could do a lot of work, tooltips need to be added, a lot of micromanagement in the game that needs to be reduced. Yeah, so Startup have got their work cut out, to be honest. They probably shouldn't have released the game when they did. A lot of beta testers actually questioned them about that, but they released it anyway, and they probably made a mistake, in my opinion. But yeah, this isn't a review, so I shouldn't go into too much details about that. So, if you want to see that patch, a Let's Play for that patch, please let me know in the comments. I may end up waiting until a later patch comes out before doing another Let's Play, or maybe even an expansion. It kind of depends on you and what the demand is to see future Let's Plays. So, if you want to see more Let's Plays and you want to see them soon, you really got to let me know. In the meantime, I'm probably going to be moving over to Europa Universalis 4 for a while. I'm going to be doing a Let's Play for Common Sense, the new expansion that's just come out for that. There's a patch which is just coming out for that as well, I believe on the day I'm recording this even. I think it's due out, so that's going to fix a few issues that the early version of that expansion had, but it looks really good Common Sense does, so I'm really looking forward to doing that Let's Play. I may do a couple of guide videos or so for Galactic Civilizations 3 in the next month. Kinda depends if I have the time or not. So if that's something you'd want me to do as well, let me know about that. If you want to help out the channel, one way you can do that, other than subscribing and liking videos and all that usual stuff, is by becoming a Patreon member. So please check out my Patreon page if that's something that interests you. Even donating a tiny amount on Patreon is equivalent to watching hundreds of videos on the channel. It really does make a massive difference if you were to become a patron. So if you do as well, and there's a certain game you want me to play, then I'm much more inclined to cover certain games if people are helping out in that fashion. So, I think I've just about covered everything. Please check out the homepage, see if there's something that interests you as well, another Let's Play. If you haven't checked out my Terran Alliance Let's Play, you may want to check out that. And yeah, that's it for this video and for this Let's Play. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.